At one point, the little girl, the left-handed little girl, wanted to chop her left hand off because she thought it was the devil's hand. Are you left-handed? And if so, in your culture, is being left-handed a good thing or a bad thing? Because I just finished watching a movie on Netflix called Left-Handed Girl. So that leaves us today on Taiwan. Um, anyway, yeah, I like to explore different movies across the world. But anyway, my point is, if you are left-handed in your culture, is that a bad thing? Like, is it bad to be left-handed? Because in that movie, it's basically about a little girl and she's being shamed by her grandparents, more specifically her grandfather, for being left-handed. And literally her grandfather told her that being left-handed means that you're associated with the devil, or you have bad luck, or you should be shameful, stuff like that. And I felt so bad for her. But it makes me wonder, like, in different cultures, what is being left-handed associated with, you know? Because I know in some African cultures, like giving someone food or shaking their hand with your left hand is not really accepted. It's like a bad thing. Left hand is associated with like hygienics, like cleaning yourself and so forth. Um, but I've just learned that left literally means sinister in a Latin word. I finished watching Left-Handed Girl. This is, as I mentioned, a Taiwanese movie. It basically talks about a mother and her two daughters, and they're trying to start over in their life in Taipei, which is the capital of Taiwan. However, she's having very difficult financial times. So it focuses on the mother, on the first daughter, and the last daughter, who is the left-handed girl. And like I said, her grandfather made her feel so bad for being left-handed that basically tries to tell her that you shouldn't eat with your left hand, you shouldn't write with your left hand. I find it to be an interesting movie because culturally or around the globe, left-handed people are probably associated in a particular way. And I'm not saying in a good or bad way. I've learned that in Japanese culture, like if a woman is left-handed, then they find her less, I guess, marriage material. Like I mentioned, in some African cultures, like giving something with your left hand is considered disrespectful. So, and also, as I mentioned in a Latin word, like left hand means sinister. So yeah, left hand is not very much associated with a good thing. So anyway, I felt so bad for the little girl because at one point, the little girl, the left-handed little girl, wanted to chop her left hand off because she thought it was the devil's hand, just like what her grandfather told her. And at some point, you know, her pet died. Sorry, I'm putting some spoilers out here, but her pet died and she blamed it to herself, which was so bad. And another point, she's like going into stores and like stealing, just being a theft, like stealing and stealing. But she doesn't blame herself, she blames her hand, which she calls the devil's hand. And it was so sad. At one point in the kitchen, she took this huge knife and she almost like chopped it off. And I'm like, you know what? As a kid, what you're told, like by your elders or by people that are older than you, can really affect your mental state at that young age and potentially grow up with you. So I found that like just really distraughting. Like I couldn't believe, like, oh wow. I Anyway, she's just a kid, she's just a kid, like don't say shit like that to her. But overall, it was a really interesting movie. I also found it a little like head scratching that she was wandering around the marketplace, around the city on her own, and she was safe. Like her mom rarely worried about her. Her mom would be like, oh, you're here. She literally walked like 2 miles or something to to go to a pawn shop on her own and came back to the market, and her mother did not even notice. But anyway, this was a good movie, and in the end there's a surprise, and I don't want to spoil it for those that have not yet watched it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that I've now landed, like I said, in Taiwan. This is just me trying to watch different films around the globe, given that there's English subtitles. Like I said, I love watching movies, especially foreign movies, since I was young, and it gives you like some like knowledge about their culture, about their people, about their way of life, social life, everything like that. That's why I really like learn it. Plus you learn like words, like language and words and stuff too, which is pretty cool. I do like the visual. I do like the vibrancy of the night markets. It really makes you feel like you're immersed in the film. So anyway, yeah, so feel free to leave your comments and likes and subscribe if you have not yet, because I will have more films, and also I do some little dog sitting talks as well in my channel. So if you enjoy that, please do send a like and a subscribe. So yeah, that is it, and thank you for visiting. Bye.